really miserable. So I'm also gonna go for an AP.
True, but you bring up the Kunkka. This hero, legit, even Kunkkas versus ODs. The Kunkka goes to the jungle, comes back. I do believe the team fight might be better on Dire, but I'm with you. I'm going with NIP.
That was a close one.
There's a chance.
There is a chance, but who am I to go against all my analysts?
Sheemer, you can do what you want.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go against you guys. So I needed a good argument for that. Last game we said, you know, look out for that laning stage. What would you say, like, is the point of attention for this game?
I think right after the laning stage, I think NIP should win this laning stage. It's what the Bat Rider, I think it's Universe again, it's what does he get done after the laning phase? Like, if he's just not constantly getting pickoffs, he's kind of not doing his job.
Okay.
Bat Rider, you have to get stuff done.
Watch the Bat.
Yeah, watch the Bat. Watch the reduced, like the way they can reduce damage, at least like the saves with the Necro, I feel like they can actually sustain really well, even though there is a good amount of damage coming out from the side of Liquid.
All right, the saves and the Bat Rider, what can they do in this game too? Let's find out. Moxie and Lizard, are you ready for this game?
Oh yeah, we're definitely ready. I'm so excited. I was looking at this draft Lizard coming out from the side of Ninjas in Pajamas. I was a little confused, but the more that they talk about it, the fact that they do have, you know, the save coming out, I think that's going to pay off a lot, especially the Hales having these really long fights, I think.
They have a bunch of saves.
Great for them.
They have a bunch of saves, but who cares about saves? Who cares about these defensive plays? I like aggression. Like, look at Liquid. Like, they're all in. You have this Augur with the multicast. You have the Arrow. You have the Bloodseeker. Dark Willow. She's gonna buy a vessel. Skitter ain't gonna do a thing after that. Come on. Give them some, like, all three of them voting for NIP. I expected the panel to be split here, but I believe they also got influenced by that. Oh, quick ways Mirana made. Oh, never mind. NIP all the way. No, Mirana is all right actually versus the Razor.
Well, they said it's a budget Queen of Pain.
It's a budget Queen of Pain, exactly. However, if you're playing this Mirana right now, you want her in position 4. Boxy on this Kunkka. Let's see if they'll see him. Snowball is there.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Boxy. He's got 3 stacks of that Shadow Poison. It's level 1 though. 4 stacks. The body blocks are coming out from Peter. They want this kill, and Peter's gonna get himself
oh, you do not want to have a Shadow Demon that gets first, but that quickly 300 gold straight to his pocket. Goes to buy boots. Goes to buy Arcanes soon if he gets a couple of more of those.
On the bright side, it is Peter who's known for being position 6, right?
Yeah.
But Universe, all eyes are going to be on him, and it looks like they're devoting a lot of attention to make sure that he doesn't get a good start, because you saw what happened last time. His axe just got away with way too much and accelerated too quickly.
Insania is just blocking him out.
He's a big old chunkus here. Taiga gets himself a kill on Universe, so the aggression is coming out early, and I like it from both of these teams.
That's a great kill. Also, Mirana is like better played on position 4 right now. That's why we see her on that position all the time. But she can lane versus Razor, and also Kunkka in this game does not necessarily have to be that driving force. What you need from Kunkka is, oh, nice snowball there. What you need from Kunkka is basically bloat, so that Bloodseeker survives before he hits you a few times with Blood Rage and heals up. That's pretty much it. That's why Boxy is just level 1 hiding behind the tree. That's not good.
That's not great. No, definitely not. The body blocks again coming out, though. They're really spending a lot of time trying to shut down Universe. They realize that they need to have Mickey have a better lane.
Well, first, Mickey needs a better lane that he had. Oh, Snowball, will it be there? No.
This is a dead, that's a dead Viper.
Yeah, can't Snowball out of fruit anymore, and he's just dead there. So they killed the Bat twice, they also killed the Viper Tusk. A good start for Liquid, on that top lane at least, as Boxy is still level 1. But he's at least pulling that one range creep wave. Not really a creep wave.
Hey, at least he got one, right?
It's a particle in a win. Anyway.
This is so much attention that they're dedicating to Universe, and I'm a little worried about this. You know, I get the idea that you want to protect it, but okay, we actually see Peter making his way up to Curse Crown. Will connect on Universe, can turn this around. If they get a kill on Mickey, this is totally worth it, and they will.
It's worth it.
He's not hitting creeps.
Bat died again, and he can port back into the lane. Oh, Bat actually can do the same.
Yeah, no, it's not great. Now Taiga looks like they're gonna roll right on past him. We'll throw out a Bramble Maze here. Follow up with the disruption. Gonna slow down Universe just a little bit. That tag team is real nasty though. And Taiga gets himself taken out, and that's going over to Universe, who is very happy to get that experience.
Tri lane is usually pretty good if you have a Bloodseeker. Dual lanes are better though, because you have 2 lanes giving you that extra movement speed and attack attack speed because there's battles going on everywhere and heroes are lower. But we'll see how much Mickey will be able to do with his boys here on this try action right now.
But in the flips, okay, so we still do get a rotation down to the bottom lane, Taiga and Boxy. And I felt like Boxy just, you know, this is very awkward, I feel like, for Liquid, right? Because their lanes are just kind of all over the place. Their Kunkka's not getting, you know, hardly anything.
Yeah.
They're keeping so many of the supports up top, trying to just slow down Universe, and they lost their core for it.
And Skitter will be fine here. Like, you can pressure him a bit, but...
Gunnar barely making it out. Not actually, as he gets taken down by Koifa.
Yeah, he makes it out to the fountain. In a very quick way. In a very quick way. He gets sent by Koifa there, solo killing that Razor. That's actually...
That's big.
That's big. That's very big for them.
Did they land an arrow, or what happened on that? I wasn't able to...
He landed everything on him.
Okay. Well, Gunnar's back with a vengeance, though. He's going to get off a couple of these hits. Looks like he used up a lot of those leap charges.
Yeah, when it comes to CS, Gunnar is still doing all right. 19-7 versus 15-4 on Mirana.
Mirana doesn't feel very comfortable to last hit on early on.
Yeah, once you get a couple of those raid bans, phase boots, it becomes much easier, definitely. And he has those raid bans right now, so he will hurt Gunnar much more with these right clicks now as well.
Oh, Taiga making rotation as the double damage. Curse Crown comes out. That's another kill on Gunnar.
He also, he had the ward, but on the other side of the mid lane, so he didn't see that rotation. Very unfortunate.
This is making space, though, for Universe to bully Mickey pretty hard. Shards are going to come in. Mickey, he's so slowed down. There's 4 stacks plus the tag team. He does have a couple of those stick charges. Snowball's going to come out. 5. Can they get one more? Doesn't matter. They'll take him out. Now Sania trying to run himself over to those runes. Isn't going to be able to get it because Peter's already there.
Yeah, and Gunnar tips him, you know. He's dead twice in a row. He can't go to mid lane. What can he do? Like, you just open up that scoreboard and you tip some people. At least you can do that.
But Gunnar's so PMA. No.
Yeah, he's PMAing the hell out of those creeps in the jungle right now.
All right, I guess.
But it's all right, it's good. Like, they invested a lot in killing him. Taiga rotated mid as well, so he has to do what he's doing. That's pretty much it. He can't go back to that mid lane. It's way too difficult. And he's also giving some space for PPD to farm, so it's all right.
Top lane, Fire Blast followed up with the Snowball. Will drag everyone inside. They want to just roll outside, but they do roll into that Bramble Maze. And Sadia now trying to run himself out. He's got the Curse Crown. Universe going to have to split off. Doesn't want to go and stun up Peter here. It's another nice stun, but that's a lot of damage. Oh, but the Blood Right comes through.
Did you see those bottle charges on the Ogre? That's why he survived so long. I believe it's Taiga. He was bottling him all the time, and he survives for a bit longer. That's why they get that counter kill.
Oh, Biver, he's still alive. Rolls back. Is he going to make it out?
Very good snowball.
He does.
Very good snowball. He uses it just quickly enough so that the brambles don't connect. Very well played by him.
You can definitely tell that he's very comfortable on that hero.
Overall, you can see Boxy.
Boxy is just...
Oh, Skitter, he will get that experience. Not the kill, but he gets a lot of experience there, and he's happy with that. Gives him the tip.
Top lane again. 4 stacks. Snowball coming in hot. And the stun up. They'll try to buy him a little bit more time using that Bramble Maze, but they should be able to get it. Mickey falling again. Universe, though, now is going to get 3-man here as he tries to fly his way out. Not going to be able to do it with Koifa making his way to the top.
Yeah, Koifa is pretty much free to do whatever he wants on this map at the moment. They don't really have a lot of catch for the Mirana. He rotates top, gets that Batrider kill. There's no one on the mid lane anyway. Shadow Demon is stacking. Razor is farming those stacks, so... good rotations.
What level is Boxy right now?
Just 4.
Oh dear.
But yeah, it's all right. He's got a lot of creeps coming his way. He's 3 levels behind Skitter, which isn't great. But it's a situation that he didn't really want to be in. But they forced him to just play this Kunkka because they had to counter the Razor. So you find yourself in a really bad lane versus a hero that also counters you pretty hard in the laning stage, especially on the side lane, and then you're level 4 8 minutes in.
It's definitely an action-packed beginning to this game here. And Sania again taking a lot of damage from the Firefly. Taiga buys him a little bit more time, but those shards going to block his way, and they'll be able to get themselves another kill. So they put a lot... Oh, bottom lane, Boxy. He's going to jig his way out here.
I just have to say that snowball from Tusk on top lane is so crucial for them. It's just making that lane work. PPD has drafted super well in this series so far, the first game and the second game. Liquid, they're completely in their comfort zone, but it looks like PPD has figured that comfort zone out, and he's drafted very well against it. Like, he found the perfect counter picks. Also, in that first game, Bloodseeker was banned. In this second game, he lets it through, and he drafts so well against him. So far, at least, it has looked good, but there's a reason why this hero is banned the majority of the games recently, because he is in a really good spot. And we'll see if this Bloodseeker will be able to create that same amount of impact in the mid-game after having such a rough laning stage.
Well, it just seems so peculiar to me, the fact that they were trying so hard to, you know, ensure that Mickey got farmed. They were trying to just slow down Universe. But in the end, I'm not even sure if it really did that much to help them out.
Yeah, if you look at the net worth as well, Batrider 3K, Bloodseeker 2.9, they're at the same level at the moment, while Batrider, he was dual laning most of the time while they tri-lane the bat, so well, overall Universe definitely did do very well. And as the panel stated before, it's about this Batrider, it's about Universe and how much he'll be able to do after the laning stage. Gunner, he has been shut down on the lane, but you can see PPD created so many stacks for him that he's actually on the same net worth as the Mirana, 3.6, 3.7.
It doesn't really matter where you get that net worth from, as long as you got it. This feels a bit odd, though, to see a Razor bullied out. Like, if this was, you know, a couple patches ago, you'd be very confused about that.
Yeah, there aren't many heroes that can do that. There's Mirana, there's Queen of Pain, but even in Mirana, I don't think you're supposed to get that kill. But I guess he landed a good arrow there and just outplayed him a little bit. It's Koikwa, after all. Very skilled with Mirana.
Absolutely.
Bounty runes again, 3.
They lost one though. Insania managed to grab himself up one.
Yeah, this time around Insania gets one. That last game as well, they were losing a lot of bounties on the side of Liquid. This game too. Very concerning. I believe they should perhaps put some more pressure on at least 2 bounties so they even it out.
Going on by that Shine. Moonlight Shadow gonna get used. Dark Willow, TP's out. They have nothing to knock her out. Shadow Realm.
I guess he didn't have range for the snowball on a creep. He could have broken it if he had the snowball to go right through Taiga.
There's a sentry down here, and they're not aware of that. Almost, yeah. They'll back off Beaver here. Beaver, for me, so far has been the MVP. Like, the way that he's been playing has just been excellent. He's always in the right place, right time. He's had some really good saves, good arrows.
For first game performance with that, Mirana was really good. This second game as well, as that task, he made that lane work. They were playing against 3 heroes, so dual lane versus a tri-lane. They did die a couple of times early on, and yeah, Liquid did dive a little bit too much under the tier 1.
Yeah, they went down to the tier 2s eventually, although as we say this, yeah, Torrent will connect, followed up by an arrow. He is pretty much stun locked. I don't believe he's going to be able to survive this one. Not this time, so
sorry for the curse, Beaver.
I know, we definitely just cursed him. Like, he was doing pretty good this game. Immediately dies. Yikes. But this has been just... Skeeter has not been pressured at all.
He's going for the hood after the whale. A little bit concerning, but let's see if they can take him down.
It's a good arrow. Does connect, followed up with the boat.
Multicast is there as well, and
he's still alive though. It's pretty hard to take him down. In comes the Batrider, providing that presence. They've got the scythe coming through. Now Insania, oh, he's not long for this world either.
What a great turn, and Universe demonstrating exactly how you should play with these travels if you get them so early on. These travels aren't supposed to just let you farm and be on the other side of the map. They're supposed to let you farm, but also join the fights when they happen. Right. And so many players would just abandon that Necro. You'd be like, all right, there's too many of them, just die, bro, you know? Like, we'll fight some other day. No, Universe ports in, realizes that Necro can survive the Skitter, has those sticks and the Ghost Shroud to work with. A really good comeback.
Yeah, look at this here. It's not looking good here for Skeeter. I was about to say, man, we've cursed a lot of players today, but in comes that Batrider. They fortified the creeps too to make sure that he can get in there.
He lived on 60 HP, 50 even.
And look at this. They just drag him back. So well done. So well played.
And also kills poor Boxy with the scythe. Like, this guy just cannot get a break in this match. He's had a rough laning stage, and now after the laning stage he's also suffering the most, but that's usually what happens when you're just moved from a lane in order to counter a counter.
He'll go and they'll use the Bedlam. He'll buy himself a little bit more time, won't let the Curse Crown connect. Doesn't matter though. Does spot it out 4 different heroes, yeah.
Scout.
Universe. Got 4 stacks, and he's gonna go chasing down the slow coming out from the Razor too, although in comes Insania. They want to keep Mickey alive. It's very, very important. They have it, they've got the snowball. In comes Biver, gets the kill, chases after Insania. Walrus punch, slowing him down a little bit. They dodge that arrow, can't really dodge that fire blast, but they're still hungry for more. Koifa now needs to be careful. So does Gunner though, he's sitting very, very low now. They have the Bedlam, they'll go use the Yules, try to keep him alive. Can't quite do that, as now Beaver having to run himself away. Boxy chasing him down. Doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of mana though. The shards come through.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. XD indeed.
XD.
It happens. You know,
we
said that he was really good in the first game, in the second game. So
stop trying to make us look bad now, dude.
He's just trying to balance it out.
If he had pulled that off, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he did not pull that off. But again, still a lot of space here for Skeeter.
Overall, NIP is strategically winning this game because Bloodseeker is the one that's suffering the most. Boxy.
We've got a lasso too. In comes Beaver. Walrus punch. He's taking a bath on that Firefly. Universe gets himself another kill. They tried so hard to keep him down.
Strategically, usually if you do this kind of a play as an offlaner that has suffered a lot in the laning stage, it's not that bad because you're forcing heroes down there.
Right.
But when you're playing versus a Batrider with travels, it doesn't really hurt NIP that much as they can just outpush that lane with the bat and then move into the other lane with travels. It's super simple play for them. And it doesn't close the map, you know, they can still play as a group.
That's very, very important, I feel, especially like with these particular heroes. The way that like NIP has been playing, they play very aggressive up in their jungle. They've just completely taken it over, and they keep it pretty small. Beaver just gonna dodge the Cursed Crown, no problem. Goes in again with the shard. Skeeter coming forward, and comes a big old boat. The fear coming through. Well managed to land. He is ruptured up here as the rest of the team is having a fight on the low ground. Koifa, can he get this kill on Gunner? It's looking pretty good as Taiga takes him down. Taiga, though, also going to get taken down by Universe as he chases now after Boxy. Boxy trying to get himself away. They need to use that dust. They do have it. They'll be able to go throw out an X over here onto their the Tusk.
2 buybacks coming from the supports.
Oh, they do have to land the arrow. They should have. Can he get out in time? No, that's, again, though. Peter does have the disruption. I don't believe he makes it out, though.
This time, he doesn't make it out.
But look how much it took to take him down. They had to have, I think we had some buybacks, yeah? Taiga bought back?
2 botbacks. Senia and Taiga, both supports bought back, but it will allow them to pressure this tier 1 on the mid lane as Catapult has spawned as well. Maybe even take it down. It seems like they should be able to do it.
I'm going to go right back in again. Drums are going to get popped here. We'll stand up Insania for a little bit. This is a little bit too far out, I think, for Beaver. He needs some help now as they focus their attention pretty hard on Insania, who did buy back.
Yeah, they also
slow down Taiga. They've got vision. They'll knock him back. Couple more hits should do the trick. We'll find it. There's going to be a boat thrown out. It's not going to be able to save him.
Yeah, boat perhaps tries to save Taiga with the Ram, and those 2 supports that bought back just a minute ago, they're dead again. And they're dead for a really long time, which allows NIP to take control of the dark side of the map, to take this tier 1 and perhaps move in even deeper. Also, one worrying thing is that this Mirana is played on position 4 even after the nerfs, because the nerfs were mostly about the attack speed, like obviously movement speed of the arrow, flying speed of the arrow, and also leaps. With the talent, they give you less attack speed. I wonder just how well is this Mirana going to be able to scale into the late game, taking that fact.
Well, I think that's the issue, right? We can see that TP boots coming through from Universe. We'll connect with the Torrent. Boxy, doesn't matter. And now you've got quite a few people in this mid lane if they want to go for any sort of a push.
They need this vessel as soon as possible.
Oh, the blink just finished up for Universe as he gets the drag back. Followed up with the Walrus punch. Tries to leap away. This is a good kill if they can get Koifa, but he's pretty fast right now. Shards will connect. He's not going to be able to leap his way out of this one as Universe gets himself yet another kill.
Yeah, Mickey is get back, but Koikwa is like, where, man? To the
I wish I could.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go anymore. They need the BKB on Bloodseeker. They need the vessel on Kunkka. I think that's the most important power spike for them right now. The reason why they aren't able to take down Skitter is pretty much no vessel on this team. Usually you expect it by this time when you're playing versus a Necrophos. But Boxy has had such a bad start that he wasn't able to get it yet. As you can see as a Kunkka, this isn't your usual build. Perhaps if you're a position 4, before. But on an offlane Kunkka, you usually go for more utility style, like some Vlad, some Crimson, something like that. He had to go straight into the vessel, but it might come just a little bit too late at this point.
It's a peculiar draft coming out for Liquid a little bit, just because, you know, you've got this Kunkka who's kind of destitute in terms of being position 3, and then like you said, you know, the mid Mirana is the discount queen to pay. Oh, Taiga, that is not a place you want to be right now. Does have to terrorize. Yules is going to come out though. It doesn't really matter too much. Taiga taking a lot of damage, should be able to get that kill. Gunner getting it, taking down the Dark Willow. I think they'll be able to take this tower now.
They need to start utilizing their combos on the side of Liquid as well. They have that terrorize with the Rupture. It's a pretty good combo, but for that you need to be alive.
Yes.
And you need to be together. Last time they tried to do that, they were alive, they were together, but Kunkka messed it up with the next torrent. And it just broke the combo. Necro was standing in spot. So we'll see how things will change after this BKB is done. But right now it's looking like a really difficult spot to come out from ahead if you're Liquid.
Well, the game's not over till it's over. Moonlight Shadow, though, getting used. They have so many sentries. I'm loving the way that they're using all of these sentries. They're keeping really good tabs on where Liquid is. In fact, if you look at their jungle over there, it's just sentries everywhere placed by Peter.
Yeah. Definitely, because this also gives you a general idea of where NIP wants to be and how they want to play. They want to be on the enemy side of the map. They want to be as aggressive as possible, in full control of that Roshan area too. So Liquid never had, like Liquid, they don't really have a good team when it comes to taking down Rosh, but you don't want to even give them the chance to do so.
No.
But most importantly, just keep the top lane and the mid lane pressured and have them play on only one side of the map. It gives you 66% of the map, which gives you more resources and more farm. So
66% of the map. How did you come up with that particular
it's stats. Ask Nahas.
percentage? All right. And tower gets taken down. Haystream is also picked up by Gunner, so even if you manage to leap Mirana, you might not be able to break the link.
Vessel is completed. Now the only thing that you need is some charges.
Yeah, that's the tough part here.
Yeah, they're a little bit hard to get when you aren't killing any heroes.
Well, you know, maybe the tides will turn soon. That's a nautical joke.
Yeah, I saw you.
And bottom lane, that arrow does manage to hit onto Universe. Mickey, he's just getting sapped away here by this Razor. Doesn't have that haste on him. I thought he had it still. All right, still manages to get the kill on Mickey, and now is chasing after Goifa. Sania manages to slow them down just a little bit. Taiga should be able to make it out. I don't think they're going to chase that hard, though. Beaver's thinking about it.
Beaver also has that BKB queued up, 2.4k gold.
Boxy. Might be a little too brave here. X marks the spot. Well, good to Yules. Hold on to the Kunkka a little bit longer. Beaver's here. Shard's not quite connecting, but the scythe connects.
Yeah, and he's dead for 70 seconds because of that scythe. Also, if you check Necro's item build, like he also has that Yules to work with. He had the Radiance queued up earlier, but he decided to go for the Yules before, and I love that, as it gives them more ways of dealing with the vessel once it's up. Like if that Kunkka gets charges at some point and he uses those charges on the Necro, you now have the Yules to work with. You also have the Shadow Demon to save you, or the Tusk with Snowball, so you have ways of getting rid of the vessel. Very defensive, but also very disciplined, and I don't think they need to be too aggressive with their item builds right now, as they're in full control. I'm also wondering if perhaps Gunner is going to go for some sort of an Aghanims play soon. I've seen a couple of Razors do that recently. One of the popular Razor players in the CIS, Illidan, did it. Didn't really work out for him, but you know, when you need to push towers, it's good.
It does indeed. Insania.
Beaver
wrong
jumps.
Place, wrong time.
Yeah, Beaver jumps in, punches a creep next to Insania just to mess with him a little bit. You know, mind games.
That is the blink reveal. Oh boy, and that is a big reveal here for Taiga. He drops the sentry and immediately saves Universe.
And TP's away, doesn't get killed by that lasso, and it's definitely important that he didn't die there, as they're knocking at their high ground's doors. And
well, they've effectively got them pinned in the base at this point. It's very difficult. Beaver just picking up that blink too, so you think like, okay, I can go and hit a couple of these creeps, and all of a sudden there's just a Tusk, and wherever there's a Tusk, you can bet that there is going to be a Batrider just keeping into lane, waiting patiently. There is the Moonlight Shadow used right now that they're going to try to get around this tower, and Sania It's going to be the sacrifice.
They have invested so much in vision.
It's paying off. I think PPD says that he's, I hear a lasso, and I think that's going to be a dead Boxy. What do you think?
It's paying off in dividends as Boxy dies. He does.
He buys that.
Oh, there we go. That's the beaver we were
There we go.
Shards to the low ground, forces Boxy to buy back and still get nothing. Yeah, at least if he brought back there and got a kill, then they would have those vessel charges. But this way, Beaver is like, no, man, I'm out.
He's never getting any vessel charges. That's what Ninjas and Pajamas has decided. Excellent spot again. They have the ULs. He's just going to walk away. They use the rupture this time, so they're going to have to play around them. They start holding up with that terrorize. There's the walrus punch, and they save him with the disruption. They even have the snowball ready if they needed it. Taiga gets taken down here. Boxy sitting very low. He just fought back. He can't get back in this fight this time. BKB does get popped from Gunner, and they pop the BKB on Mickey, but it's very defensive. That's not how you want to be using that on your Bloodseeker.
Yeah, that Mickey's BKB also is very giving when it comes to like expecting the upcoming 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game. If we get that far, as once he BKBs, PPD instantly uses his Purge on him, and that Bloodseeker, what did Lacoste and Grant say? He's not a Bloodseeker, he's just a seeker. Just a seeker at that point. Okay.
I laughed so hard during that. He's got to go off to Hogwarts. That's his new job. He's just a seeker.
Or a job seeker, some other kind of a job, not an
unemployed seeker. Yeah, look at that. So there's the Bramble Maze holding him into place. You can see Taiga wants to get in there. Just uses those shards, pushes himself down to the low ground. You're not going to touch the universe. Get out of here.
Yeah, really well played by him. And now that tier 2 should go bottom lane. Oh.
Koifa finds Universe. He's just going to Firefly, try to run himself out, and they have to stun him quicker than that. That's very dangerous being up and around their shrine. Mickey able to TP out. Looks like Insania is going to be the one who gets taken.
Insania is like, all right, I guess I'm dead. You guys get out.
My cores, you better get out. That always makes me very upset when I sacrifice myself as a support player and my cores don't make it out because they're like, oh, look, some farm.
Oh, look, some farm. Oh, look, that stupid position 5 is attacking them. Let's help him out.
Oh, God, no.
Like that's even worse. When they tell you, like, why did you go to fight there? I wasn't... Oh, come on.
Oh, okay. All right. My blood pressure's rising here now. This Bloodseeker.
This Bloodseeker is definitely difficult to play right now. Yeah. You just have that BKB and you're hoping that your teammates are going to be able to take them down so you get those stacks. But even when you do get your turrets going on, you're still facing a Shadow Demon with a Purge. One of the reasons why Shadow Demon is so strong right now. Soul Catcher deals extremely well with all the tanky heroes. You have Disruption for a setup or a save, and your Poison isn't really that bad either. And that's all in the first 5 levels. After that, you also have a pretty neat spell called Purge, like you can just demonic purge someone and make them useless.
Alright, well, you've officially sold Shadow Demon to me.
Yeah, buy Shadow Demon, guys. Pick Shadow Demon. Don't go Pudge position 5. Come on, bro.
It is interesting, though, before that team fight broke out, just to see how much they value vision on the side of Ninjas and Pajamas, right? You've got the vision coming out from the Shadow Poison. You've got vision coming out from, the Firefly. I believe Razor's Plasma Field, too, also gives vision. Like, shards, it's just, they always seem to know where they are. They've got a lot of nice disables, and they're playing this very well. They're going for mostly, like, those pick-offs. See someone in lane, get the Tusk in there, follow up with, 1 or 2 more. And they're over there, they're in the Roche pit. They have no cares.
They're definitely playing this really well and very disciplined. At the same time, I'm wondering when are they going to start pushing high ground? I guess
probably after the Aegis.
After the Aegis, most certainly.
Or the Radiance. Probably maybe wait for the Radiance on the Necrophos.
We'll see just how well they'll be when it comes to pushing high ground. They're 13k ahead, so it shouldn't be way too difficult. Also for them, getting pickoffs out is very simple. If you spot out
Foxy. That's a big ghost ship. We're only going to be able to land on 2 people, though. The rest of the team is making their way over. This is a very low Roshan now as Boxy is going to get taken down. Gunner snatches up that Aegis, though. They managed to get the final hit. And Sania, again, it's just going to be a double kill here for Gunner. They have a Blink Dagger. If they can get over there to Taiga in time. 10 seconds, though, on that Blink. Yeah. Probably not going to be able to grab it.
Can't get him, but they do take down Boxy. I love how Boxy just waltzed in, and they're like...
Oh, Mickey, no! gonna get jumped on by Viver. We got the shards. Gunner's here. BKB comes out. There's a big arrow followed up with the Terrorize. And they're gonna go again. We have plenty of saves on the side of Ninjas in Pajamas. Gunner just gonna stand there and hold his ground. He's not too concerned about this.
He also has Aegis to work with. He's completely fine. They can't take him down. And you can see that these combos of theirs, like Terrorize and Rupture, there are attempts, but all those attempts get thwarted by either the snowball or the disruptions. So Gunnar, like, you're fine. He doesn't even have to pop that BKB. And Mickey, so far, all his BKBs were defensive. He wasn't able to do anything with them. And his next item is a nullifier. It's some... I smell some desperation on the side of Liquid at the moment.
It's been a very tough series, I think, for Liquid. The fact that they feel like they're always playing from behind, and like they tried to get really aggressive early on.
NIP definitely showed up super hard in this series. They played very well. Considering how long Liquid have been together, well, under a different name, but they are the most stable team of the tournament at the moment. And
we've got a lot of like different stacks, like the open qualifier stacks too, I know. And look at this, already those TP boosts coming out from Universe. He cannot move though this time around. He's got to get himself out of that blood right. He's going to spend a little time. Boat will connect, but nope. There's going to be a good disruption. Now Koifa, he pops his BKB, but Universe, he's back. He's been ruptured. He's just holding him in place. He's wasting that BKB. Koifa, he's got to run right now. Can he TP out in time? One more hit. Peter getting the kill now on Koifa. Boxy, he's trying to TP out. They have a Yules though. He's not going anywhere. Terrorize does come through, but the site cleans them up. Taiga now forced to just retreat with the rest of his team. NIP taking a beautiful fight, and just the discipline coming out from Universe there. He could have gone and tried to use that lasso a little bit earlier. He waits until Koifa pops that BKB. He's still ruptured. He knows all I have to do is hold him in place so they can't get away. She can't leave.
And it was Liquid. They were the ones that brought the fight to NIP. They're the ones that tried to fight somewhere else.
All right, there was a Taiga there. Beaver is just showing up today. Universe trying to just, push them back a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like there was a Liquid in this series as well, but right now, it seems they will be out very fast.
That Liquid is turning into tears right now. Do you know what that means?
What does it mean?
I don't know. I'm literally asking you. I have no idea what that actually means. You know who would know? I bet.
Liquid turning into tears?
No.
No?
No. Although that would be pretty sick, right?
Demon said.
That'd be pretty sick. I bet Sir Action Slacks would know.
I'm certain he knows. He's a devil. He's the devil.
Oh, I was gonna say he's a lore master, but
he's not a lore master.
You're gonna put shots out there.
Yeah.
So all right, they're gonna have Kunkka up in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, you took 2 sides. You're completely fine. We're just rolling back, taking bounties and chilling.
Okay. Get out of there, bro.
He needs to spend this gold. If he doesn't, I don't know what he's waiting for. Perhaps the next series, the next game. He has 4,000 gold. He needs to use it immediately. They've been waiting for way too long.
I don't know what they can really do. Like anything, they have to take multiple bad fights on the side of NIP for Liquid to really start.
You're 2 sides down. Like being 2 sides down is pretty much checkmate always. It's very difficult to play against it. Right now in the current patch, you can come back even versus the Megas, but strategically it's so difficult to move out of your base, especially versus these high mobile heroes of the NIP. Travels on bat, blinks on everyone.
Okay, they're gonna try to make a move here on Gunnar here in the mid lane again. He does have the Aegis. He's got a Yules. And just like that, they just back off. They say, okay, all right, we don't want this. Oh, Insania. Again, they'll go. There's the Bat Rider, though, dragging back over to the high ground. Boxy, he can't do anything. There's going to be a scythe coming through. There's no longer a Kunkka. They'll go and they'll use the Rupture over on Gunnar, but he doesn't really seem to care very much right now. They do have buyback on Boxy,
They moved outside of their base when they're 25k behind, 24k behind, and they try to go on a target with an Aegis. That's telling of their mindset right now.
These Yules are really just doing so much work, Viva. Finding Mickey over here. He's got the BKB pop. Nice Terrorize, though, coming out from Dark World. A follow-up with the Boxy, trying to run himself away from Universe. Taiga, though, now is left on his own. It looks like they're not going to follow in, though.
Yeah, they're much more disciplined on the side of NIP, I believe, at the moment at least, in both series, but also that's because their laning stage went much better, and it's easier for them to take these decisions. Let's just play with our food. We don't have to end it yet. We don't have to take any unnecessary risks. We can just go back, just sort it all out, farm our items a little bit, and then go and end it. Perhaps get a pick off first.
This is so scary right now. The only place they have vision on the map right now for Team Liquid is near the Roche pit. It's a sentry.
Yeah, and you see them because
and
of
they have a gem now on the side, on that Batrider. This is so scary for Liquid.
You can't really do a whole lot. You're trying to smoke out of your base. You're trying to use that Mirana ulti to get some sort of an angle on NIP, so you can perhaps go from behind and catch Universe instead of that Razor with an Aegis. These targets are just Razor and Universe.
No, the jump forward, they immediately find Mika, and he's just erased. He's going to have to buy back here.
Yep.
If they keep going on this high ground.
They will.
Again, Gunnar doesn't have the Aegis anymore, though, at least. He does have a Reaver. He's got a BKB.
Arrow does connect, but Weaver is just...
Who's going to go out there at Weaver?
No one. You don't have the damage, especially now with the Bloodseeker dead. If you're NIP, you're just waiting and going again, for sure. There's a double damage on the top rune. You can finish that Satanic that I believe Razor is getting. Yep. Extra 30% resistance on the status. The active is nice as well.
I'm super impressed with how disciplined the side of NIP is playing right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just push the high ground after they took down the Bloodseeker and forced that buyback at least. But instead they just moved back. Even though they had all their BKBs up, they could have went for sure to this high ground. But they're still respecting Liquid and their late game potential and just waiting it out a little bit. Although it sounds a little bit funny. They're 26k ahead. I believe they could have closed the game out right there.
It's possible, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, being a little extra cautious.
Definitely.
This is Dota 2, known for some of the craziest throws, right?
Look, another smoke, another Mirana ult. This is basically the only way for Team Liquid to get outside of their base. They need to use these 5-man moves out of their base to just plant a couple of wards so that perhaps they can have a good fight, a good upcoming fight around this tier 2. But you know what an issue is? NIP, they can just wait for next rush.
And that's exactly...
And you won't have wards around that rush. They will have vision around it.
There's another double damager embottled on Gunnar again. Like, this is... Insania, oh no.
There is a nullifier on Bloodseeker.
Oh, Boxy though, they use the lasso, they drag him away. Does save him a little bit, but not enough to save his life.
The nullifier is completed on Bloodseeker, but it's the Kunkka that got
think it's go time.
And also it seems like the base of Liquid is going to be nullified too, because 100 seconds remaining without that Kunkka. He was sighted, he doesn't have a buyback. You can't fight it to this. It's going to be so difficult. Bloodseeker is watching from behind, but...
You just can't get in the middle of all of them. There's too much damage. Quasar was trying to get a good angle here. He's going to have to go BKB, leap himself out. But there's a whole other fight going on. They can't take down this Necrophos. He's just too tanky. He's got too much sustain. Mickey, he's trying. He barely tickles him. They take down Insania. And there's the chase now after Mickey. There's going to be a buyback coming out from Insania again, as they're going to chase them all the way back. That's a triple kill. This is a
disaster for Liquid.
This is game over.
Yeah, NIP easily take this series. I believe it's fair to say. Don't you think so?
I think so. With like, what was it, a 25k net worth lead at that point?
Yeah, and in the first game it was